You should subscribe to the Monaresclub. Because the Principal Saiyans told you to, idiot. Bye.
What's good, guys? This is James bringing you some gameplay commentary for you here on the Monaresclub, youtube.com. Today, I've got myself playing Android 16 from Battle Evolution on the left, and my wife on the right playing Pilaf Mono Red from set 10. So it's Mono Red Earthlings-ish. There's some other stuff in there too. Just kind of a red aggro deck. Not really one you see too often, but I feel like it can do some stuff. It's definitely a cool deck, and very, very scary when it starts getting going. So we'll have to see where this is going. Android 16, I did a deck profile for not too long ago on the channel, and I realized I didn't have any games recorded for it lined up, so I figured I should, hey, maybe do that, because it's a really cool deck. It's really fun to play. It's pretty cool to watch, too. It plays on a very unique axis, which is pretty cool, where it can rival cards from its energy area, and it's also just a bunch of robots, which I just love the androids to death. So, yeah, let's get into this game here. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for our video. It really helps us out a lot, you know, and we can just keep bringing you guys more Dragon Ball Super content. We have a lot more of a focus on more of a casual aspect, a lot more, you know, tier 2, tier 3 decks is what we showcase on our channel. Just some more fun things to try out at your locals and stuff like that, and we've also started posting recordings from our own locals, and we'll be having deck profiles from the local players as well. So that's going to be really fun once we get into that, and it's just going to show you a nice diverse range of decks you could potentially be playing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lead off with an Android 16 in my energy area. He's an Android 16 with the arrival keyword, which means my leader negates its energy exhaust skill. So this comes into play untapped. Really cool. I apologize for the camera angle here. It wasn't the best. It was okay, but it wasn't the best. So you can't want to always see everything Elizabeth's doing, unfortunately. But she's going to start by charging her red and play the Pilaf. I don't remember what his name is, but he digs 5 for an Earthling or a Unison with specified cost of 4, which the Unison part doesn't apply in this to build because we don't have a Unison with specified cost 4 in the deck. But it will go ahead and find that Earthling super combo. She'll swing with her leader, draw a card, and I will just opt to take it, and it'll be back to me. So let's see what I do here. Alright, so I go ahead and charge another Android 16. So again, you can arrival these from your energy area, so charging these early and often is really key part of the deck strategy, because it means that they become an extension of your hand later on in the game. So that's really cool. To go ahead and swing, pitch an Android 16 to draw 2, tap 2 for the ramp Android 16, ramp a Bad Omen off the top of my deck, which is really nice, because you can also play that from the energy, and then pass it back to Elizabeth. So she's going into her turn 2. There's 2 energy on her side of the board, so which means my Android 16 leader can actually awaken whenever it wants to now, because it can also awaken if there's a collective 5 energy between both players, which works really well with the ramp 16, which is why we play that. She's going to go ahead and pay 1 for Shu, and then pay 1 for Pilaf to dig 5 for an Earthling. Not the best sequencing there. She probably should have played the Pilaf first, just on the off chance she found a different 1-drop she wanted to play with it. But it ended up working out pretty well, because now she can find Mercenary Tao, who can be free played if you have 3 or more non-token cards in your battle area. Really strong, and he becomes a 15k crit for the turn. So she's going to go ahead and swing 15 crit at my leader. I'm going to say no negates. She says no combos. I'll go ahead and super combo with Android 18 and make her put a card on the bottom of her deck. Actually not the best against this deck, because the Pilaf robots do have to be in the deck in order to be played, so it could end up helping her in the long run, but I don't want to take a 15k crit hit. She sends with leader, draws a card, and I'm happy to take it, because if I want my early awakening, I do have to go down to 5 life when I do that, so that's not always the... I just want to... I'll take hits down to 5, because I'm going to end up taking them anyway, and then I want to stabilize at 5 for as long as I can. So go ahead and charge another Android 16, so it's just I've got so many options in my energy area now for when I am awakened. I do have to be awakened in order to play those from my energy area, but I can't draw cards on the awakened side, so I want to stay on the unawakened side as long as I can. So I go ahead and swing and discard another blue or green Android card. That'll be Android 18. The mission begins, and draw 2. Then I'm going to pay 3 for Baby the Unknown Parasite, uptick it, draw a card, goes up to 5 markers. I'll send at her Mercenary Tao, and she opts to just let it die. I say no combos, she says no combos, and then we will see. I've got 1 energy up, and I'm just going to go ahead and pass, because I'm still at 6, so even if I wanted to awaken, I'd have to take 1 more damage, so I might as well take 1 more hit from my wife, and then, look, she's got the robot trifecta in her energy right there. So I want to take 1 more hit, because I'm going to end up taking that damage anyway, so it's like I get out of an attack for free, kind of, not exactly, but that's kind of what it ends up translating to. So we'll see where the rest of this turn takes us here. She's got 3 energy. That's really like the key turn for Pilaf is when you're at 3 energy, because that's when all of the Pilaf robots can start spamming the board, playing copies of the other parts of the gang from the deck, as well as when she can play her Jiren, Unison, or Pan. I don't remember the name of the pan. The old 3-drop pan that pumps your board and gives them double strike. Either way, both of those are very good pairs with the robot trio. So she'll go ahead and swing with her leader, and I'm just going to go ahead and super combo, make her put a card on the bottom, and I'm going to arrival, and that would be why I'm super comboing. Then I'm going to arrival this Android 18. I don't remember the name of that Android 18, but you can arrival her for a blue. You can only play her once per turn, and then when you during battle, you can activate battle, return her to hand, and then return an opponent's battle card with cost 4 or less to their hand. So I will go ahead and bounce the Shu. She'll replay Shu. She's gonna crack Shu to play a peel-off machine from her hand, but I'm like, wait, I want to counter window 1. Trunks God Sealing Technique to put that back in your hands so that I don't have to deal with the robot spam. Make you at least pay for it. Again, but here she's going to go ahead and play another Shu instead, so it just kind of is kind of a wash at this point. She invested 1 card to save an energy, basically, and then she's going to go ahead and play the peel-off machine. I can't play counterplays for the rest of the turn after Trunks sing, so that is good to go. She is ready for takeoff. So she's going to go ahead and find the rest of the trio here, Pilaf and Mai and Shu. And then she also is able to awaken. She is at 6 life, but Pilaf can awaken if you're at 4 or less life, or if you have 3 or more cards in your battle area. So really easy for him to awaken at 8 life even, a lot of the time. It's like you just have to play these 1 battle cards. You do have to have 3 energy in play for these guys to spam the board, but, you know, this turn 3 is like the really hard aggro turn for this deck anyway. So she paid 2. At the end of the day, she ended up paying 2 to get these robots in play, and then we'll see where the rest of this turn takes her. She has down 2 energy right now, but she can awaken whenever she wants and get that energy back up, and she'll have 3 energy. So here we go. She's going to go ahead and awaken. This signals to me, since she's not swinging first, she's going to play Pan. Yeah, Fearless Pan, that's the name of it. 3 cost, 15k barrier blocker. When she comes into play, you pump all of your red battle cards and leader cards for 5k, and they gain double strike until the end of the turn, except for herself. She doesn't pump herself. So this is a really good backup for Jiren. If you can't find Jiren, we're playing a couple of these because they are tutorable, because they do have the Earthling tag. Jiren is a Unison card, and it's not specified cost 4, so it is not tutorable in the deck. You do have to hard draw into it in order to get it. So she goes ahead and sends in for 20k double strike. I go ahead and take it, go down to 4. I do ideally want to be at 5, but there's no way I can really get to 5 on in this particular situation, so I just go ahead and take it, go to 4. She swings again. I will awaken, untap 1, draw 1, and then free combo from the drop area using my leader's skill on the back. She'll swing 1 more time. I'll go ahead and Dimension Magic with the energy I just restood on the last attack. And here she's like, oh, I should have swung with these 10Ks first before you awakened. And I was like, yeah, it's probably would have been slightly better if she had done that first, because now they can't really threaten damage now that I am, in fact, awakened. She might have been able to get a free card out of my hand at the very least by making me combo 5k. If she did that before I awakened, but instead she's just going to pass with these guys up. Pen is a barrier blocker, which is pretty important. It can save you in a lot of spots. She is tapped out, and it has no Unison in play, which is a little unfortunate. So I'm going to go ahead and untap, draw, charge a baby, uptick my baby, draw a card, and we'll see where the rest of this turn takes us. Let's see. I have a lot of options available to me, because I've got 5 energy now. I can play a bunch of stuff for my energy. She is at 6, though. And one thing you need to be really cognizant of when you're playing against red decks like this is making sure you don't send both players to 8 life, a collective 8 life, before you're ready to kill. Because the Bulma super combo, which you saw in turn 1 that she grabbed, will draw a card, and then if it's your turn and both players are at a collective 8 life or less, you can play a 1-cost Earthling from your hand, which can end up putting a ton of value on the board. and a ton of pressure on you, and can end up killing you if they can resolve one or two of them. So that's something to be very, very careful of. So I'm going to go ahead and swing with my leader, combo with super combo from the drop area, arrival Android 16 from my energy, and then play Android 21 villainous strike or something like that. The villainous one. That's a 20k with villainous, which doesn't matter. But what does matter is when you play her, you can drop in energy and then kill all your opponent's battle cards with cost 4 or less. Doesn't ignore barriers, so the pan lives. So she goes ahead and Elizabeth goes ahead and I wipe her board, and then she goes ahead and takes that life, goes down to 5. And then I just go ahead and pass because I don't feel super confident in my ability to kill her this turn, especially with the barrier blocker in play. And I'm close to tapped out, so I don't want to be putting too much pressure on the board, and then end up letting her live at 1 or 2 life, and then letting the Bulma super combo be online next turn. So instead, I'm just going to pass and decide I can probably kill her in the next turn or two. Instead, it's a much safer route. I could have technically tried to go for game, but it would have required her to hit like absolutely nothing in her life. So I just want to be careful. All right, she's gonna go ahead and send Pilaf in at my Android 16 leader. Draw a card, and we'll see if she ends up comboing. Probably not. Not really something you really need to do. Okay, so she doesn't combo. I'm gonna go ahead and Sensu Bean, which is kind of the bane of this deck's existence, because it just puts a bunch of 15Ks in play, and Sensu Bean says, hey, that's cool. I'm just gonna make you put 1 card into every attack, or you're not gonna get to attack, basically. Let's see how she solves this situation here. So she's gonna tap 3 for the Pilaf machine, the Master Pot, which does absolutely awfully against God Sealing Technique. It goes back to her hand, and we did determine that it is a cost to remove the robots from the drop area. So she has to just get rid of those two. So it's absolutely dead card in her hand now. Sucked really bad. I had a second God Sealing Technique in a row, but it is what it is. If that was her only action, then that's just what she had to do, especially since that card's really good at playing through Sensu Bean, because it is a 25k triple attack. Alright, so she's only got 1 energy left. We'll see if she can do anything. Looks like she can't. It's back to my turn. I'll untap and draw. We'll see what we charge. Probably just an Android 16. You basically always charge Android 16 at every single opportunity you can, because it's like you're not even losing a card, because you always have it as an option to arrival from the energy. It's really good. Uptick Baby, draw 1, and then I'll go ahead and swing with my 25k double strike. So she's going to block, and I make her pitch 1 with the Android 16. I can't really see her hand, unfortunately, because my face is in the way, but she doesn't have a ton of cards in her hand. She only has 3 or 4, if I remember correctly. And she's going to pitch Pilaf Machine, the Master Bot, and then the hand will die. Alright, so here comes Scientist Fu. It's a 25k double strike that draws a card, draws 2 cards when I play him. So I'm going to go ahead and get in with Fu. So I've been sending in these 25ks first because she's at 5 life, and it's way better to double strike your opponent down to 3 from 5 than from like 4 to 2, because it changes their super combo math and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter as much against Pilaf, but it means that she can't super combo to get out of this, so it's like taking an extra life before she can activate her super combo, which is very nice. So we'll see what she does about this Fu here. It's a lot of pressure on the board. I love good old-fashioned Scientist Fu. Some people play Mirror Assault from the Skies. It might end up being better, but I just like my Scientist Fu. He's fun. He's a classic, you know. He's from the good old days of Dragon Ball. Alright, so she's going to go ahead and freeze his Death Ball up to 30 to get out, and then also kill my Android 16. My little 5k, which might seem inconsequential that I have the 5k in play, but those can actually be real threats with the leader's Activate Battle ability to just turn them into a 15k once per turn, so you can just turn them into a decent threat, make him discard a card or take a hit every turn, basically, that it's in play. So I'm going to go ahead and, since I couldn't do any damage to her with my double strikes, I'm going to go ahead and leave her at 5, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to play this Piccolo Assimilated ability before I passed, which my wife very generously lets me do. I was like, pass, wait, I forgot I want to play this, now pass, and she's like, that's okay, because we're very sporting people. Assimilated ability is an older card. If you're newer to the game, this guy was the bane of everyone's existence back in like 2019, summer of 2019. It was really good. It's from Draftbox 4. It's a 4-cost barrier, 20k. So the barrier means it's really hard to kill, and then it has an Activate Battle. Once per turn, Activate Battle. You can pop an opponent's battle card that costs 5 or less, and you draw a card. it's during either player's turn. So you get to draw a card like every turn cycle as long as they have weenies in play. And it makes it very hard for a deck like Pilaf to be able to close out when we get in a simplified board state like this. So that's why I wanted to just jam that. Makes me feel really safe having it in play. She goes ahead and swings with Leader on lead, draws a card. I go ahead and use my free combo from the drop, which you saw me do the little shimmy with Android 16 right there. Just get a free 10k combo. You want to use that your once per turn as often. You want to make sure you get your once per turn usage in on each player's turn to make sure you're not going down on cards too quickly, because you don't draw cards on the back with this Leader. That's kind of your card draw ability, is getting to combo once per turn from the drop. Kind of like Beerus from set 8. Alright, so here comes Jiren, but he is not very threatening with no battle cards in play to kill to the Pilaf Leader ability, because the Leader ability lets you kill 3 battle cards and then give a unison triple attack, and the Jiren becomes a... he gives himself double strike, so he becomes a 20k double strike triple attack, which is absolutely crazy. But she can't do it right now because the board's like really simplified. She's debating on whether she wants to play it for 3 or 4, because he can kill a battle card ignoring barrier by using his -3, but she decides against it. Just goes up to, just plays him for 3, forgets to uptick him before she swings, but she's like, I'm gonna uptick him, here we go. I'm gonna uptick him, then swing, which again, we're very sporting, so I'm not gonna rack her knuckles for that. So she goes 20k double strike at Leader. I'll super combo, make her put another card away. She's only got, looks like 3 cards left in her hand at this point. Not the best situation for her. She'll pass with Jiren up. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this game goes. She's at 5. I'm going to uptick and draw another card with my baby. I'm going to charge that Android 18 because I can't arrival her from the energy as well. It can be anything with the blue-green arrival ability. Alright, go ahead, try again to double strike her down to 3, and I'm going to make her pitch a card before she sees an extra life, because this does make your opponent discard 1 when you swing. So she's going to discard Fortune Teller Baba Earthseer, and I'm just going to leave it at 25k. If she wants to combo out, she can. So she's going to finally take it. She's going to go up to like 3 or 4 cards in hand. Again, sorry about the camera angle here. And then she will go to 3, and I'll go ahead and swing with my Unison now. I'm a 15k Unison. And I'll say no combos. She combos out. So I'm basically making her pay taxing her out of the game, making sure combo out of everything or just threaten lethal with that Bad Omen I have sitting in my energy there. So I'll go ahead and send 20. I'll say no combos. She'll Bulma super combo out, and you don't get to free play a battle card if you do it on your opponent's turn with that Bulma super combo. So that's why I'm okay with taking that trade every day of the week. Go ahead and send in Piccolo Assimilated Ability. Use my free combo with my Leader to send him up to 30. And this is relatively safe because he has barrier, so I just wanted to make sure I could get that. I wanted to get one more hit in to make sure my Bad Omen could threaten lethal on her own. So I'll go ahead and send with my Leader. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and combo with a 10k from my hand. This is getting a little riskier, but I just want to be making sure I can hit her one more time. So I'm up to 25. She'll super combo 25 and then Robot up to 30. She has, I think, 3 or 4 cards left in her hand at this point. I'm going to go ahead and play Bad Omen for my drop. Or for my energy area, rather. Drop an energy and then crit her 1, and then send in for 25. We'll see if she has any negates. Doesn't look like it, so I'm going to go 35, and that's enough to seal the deal. So, thanks for checking us out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.